Hello, welcome viewers, this is Inculding Gaming. Today I'm interviewing Patron. So let's get started.
Hello! Sweet.
So, let's get straight into it. What made you want to start doing YouTube videos?
I mean, I didn't just wake up one day and decide, hey, I should... What was my first video to make? What was the first one that took off? I think the first one that probably took off was my PTFS tier list.
Yeah, it was.
No, I did one ranking, just random Roblox flights. I didn't just wake up and be like, I'm gonna make that. I'd always had an interest in video making. I've been doing photography and making trailers for different groups for a good little while. And at the time, one of my best friends on the Roblox platform was Sam, and Sam had been doing YouTube stuff for a while. And I was like, hey, I could give it a go. And so instead of, so I just kind of compiled that experience that I'd had over the past couple of months and just decided to go and make a proper style YouTube video in the style of all the other YouTubers I've seen over the last however many years. And it turned out alright, and it kind of just carried on from there.
How long have you been playing PTFS for?
PTFS? Bloody ages. I remember when there were spawn buttons on the floor, big red buttons on the floor you'd have to
I remember
touch.
the base plates.
Yeah, all the islands were very square. There's a couple of old images and videos I have from that time. Yeah, I remember there was a MiG-21 in the game, all the way back then.
Wow.
I don't know exactly what year it was, but it was
Old.
I don't want to say 2014, 15, but it probably was. I don't want to put a date on it, but that sounds about right to me. It can't have been that long. I don't know, maybe.
What games do you mostly recommend in Roblox?
What have I been playing recently? Let's have a look. I've recently got really into the emergency response roleplay stuff. Just not because I like the roleplay. I just kind of like messing around and
like ERLC.
Yeah, that one.
I've
only been playing it the last couple of days, but I've been into that. I'm looking through my continue games list. Let's have a look. What do I really love playing? Theme Park Tycoon 2 is probably one of my most played games of all time.
Nice.
Aeronautica is my most played game of all time according to my stats. In the last year, I have 192 hours on that game. Rise of Nations, then PTFS, then The Conquerors, then Neo Warfare, then my virtual Roblox Red Arrows game, then Eclipsis, then Galaxy, then Fireteam. Yeah, so those games. Look those up. They're what I enjoy playing.
That's cool. And your most recommended aviation games in Roblox?
Honestly, that video I made recently on the top 10 Roblox flight simulators.
Was it like Aeronautica and then PTFS?
Aeronautica comes number one. That's my personal list, I'd say. So Aeronautica is currently my favourite. Then PTFS. Then I'd say it's close between Flight Alone and Project Flight, and Neo Warfare personally as well. But I had to rank them somehow.
What is your thoughts on Project Flight status update?
What was Project Flight? It updates every 15 seconds. Forgive me for not being on top of it at the moment. It does update rather fast. Let me have a look. Update. So yeah, it's updated since I looked at it literally yesterday, and it's been updated. Oh no, it wasn't. The latest update was a small update regarding anti-cheat. I think that's brilliant news. What was the actual last major update?
Because it just got revamped a lot, didn't it?
It did. That was a little while ago. All the islands got revamped.
And it's still in beta.
It's still in beta. Do you still have to pay money for it? I think you do, don't you?
Yeah, it's like 30-something
Robux for it. Yeah, but honestly, the progress that Minty and the team there are making is absolutely just ridiculous. They're cruising along. There'll be, some flight simulators like PTFS, they're absolutely phenomenal, and the amount of polish they have is unrivaled. But in my personal opinion, PTFS struggles with its smaller development team. Obviously, it only has one builder and one coder, really.
Yeah, it's got
and
Sam
with games
Orange.
And I think that's why Flightline struggles, because that's only really got one developer working properly on it. Meanwhile, games like Project Flight, Aeronautica, they've got massive teams, and that's why they get updates so much faster. And I think if Project Flight does carry on at the rate it's going, once it goes public, I feel like the games like PTFS will be challenged by Project Flight.
True, but then you've always got the diehards that stay with PTFS.
Oh no, I said it's going to be challenged. It doesn't mean it's going to die out.
Yeah.
I mean it's going to... I'm not sure. What do I predict? I reckon once it goes public to everyone, it might start garnering, I want to say about 70% as a conservative estimate of the player base of PTFS, which it doesn't sound huge, but I mean that if you think about PTFS is by far the biggest Roblox flight simulator. How many people it's got active right now? 6,000 people playing right now. I assume that changes with the times, but yeah, I feel like it's about 70% of that is what you can expect Project Flight to have. Maybe I'll be massively off. Maybe it'll die. Maybe it'll have 3 times the player base. But I do think PTFS will be challenged. And not just PTFS. There'll be other games as well, like Aeronautica, that are going to see more competition coming into the space.
Yeah. So, what do you think the future of PTFS updates will be like?
I think PTFS is in a good place at the moment. They're going to keep cruising along doing what they do. Orange is going to keep revamping planes, adding them every now and then as well. I think there's still a good couple of planes that really need a revamp. What does? The F-22, I think, for certain. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if that's one of the next couple of planes. I think Sam will likely be... he'll likely be working on missions for a good little while. I think next couple of features. There might be a couple of extra planes being added. But that's I hope we can keep our fingers crossed for a new area, a new island and that. But I think Orange's a pretty big one, so they might not see another one for a little while. But I think it's not going to say anything groundbreaking. I think it's going to keep cruising along just with these regular updates.
What's your thoughts on the new Cirrus Vision SU550?
I think it's if I'm being perfectly honest, as cool as the plane is, and Orange and Sam have done a brilliant job at working with it. I think it's mostly Orange who did the Cirrus. He modelled it, and I think he adapted the code for it as well. As much as he did a brilliant job, I think it's quite a boring aircraft. I think everything that it does, it's definitely like an in-between something like a one sec.
What is the most common military jet do you use?
Sorry, one sec.
See, while we're waiting, go sub to
Sorry, I'm back.
Patreon. He's a great channel. What aircraft?
Sorry about that.
What military aircraft do you fly the most in PTFS?
Honestly, it massively depends on just how I'm feeling or what I think it more depends on what I'm doing. If I'm... Most of the time when I jump on PTFS, I'm either recording something new or I'm recording something new as in my little shorts I've made on my channel. I spend a lot of my time either preparing or recording those. Those take a little bit of time. So whatever's the latest one, basically might as well that one in that regard. Or I'll be flying around doing formation stuff with friends. Obviously I run the virtual Roblox with arrows, and so we get our pilots on and just mess around in things like the Hawk aircraft.
Yeah.
Otherwise, my personal favourite probably it's between the F-22 and the F-35. The F-22 would be because I like bigger equals better.
Yeah.
But it just needs a revamp, that aircraft. So it's cut between those two. I like the size of the F-22, but I like the detail and the revamped nature of the F-35.
And the VTOL.
And the VTOL, of course. Man, I don't really mess around with that too much. I think people have a love-hate relationship with the VTOL in PTFS, and I absolutely love helicopters in video games, and but something about PTFS's helicopter scripts I just don't get on with, and of course the helicopter scripts are pretty much the same as the VTOL scripts, and a lot of people love it. I think, yeah, it's just not for me though, personally.
Are you going to make a Top Gun scene?
I think I've done enough Top Gun for a while. I did the short for the F-14 where we had to try and make use of the Queen Elizabeth because obviously the USS Gerald R. Ford wasn't out then, so we had to
Yeah,
try and make use of the HMS Queen Elizabeth as like a Top Gun carrier. So we had to use the ramp looking like a blast deflector, and we had to make it look like we were landing and taking off from the wrong side of the deck on the HMS Queen Elizabeth, just to try and make it look more realistic. And it didn't, wasn't amazing. That was very Top Gun. Obviously, that had the Top Gun theme and everything.
yeah.
And then I did the F-18 one, which was obviously based on Top Gun Maverick stuff. I've done a lot of Top Gun stuff at the moment. There's a lot of channels like the PTFS Red Arrows that have done some other cool. They recreated the Top Gun trailer, so if you haven't seen that, go watch that because they're really good. But I've done some Top Gun stuff as of recently.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
going
the
to
media
focus
guy.
on some other stuff. Yeah. Oh, did you do that one then?
Yeah, I'm the YouTuber there for them.
Oh, yeah, of course you were. Oh, wait. Yeah, of
Um,
course you were. I didn't realize you were so involved with making that specific trailer.
yeah, I'm in that one too.
That was
So,
awesome. Yeah, well, 100%. There you go. Shout out to you.
so what is your future of Patreon?
Future of Patreon. I want to keep doing Let's Plays. They don't perform amazing, but I really enjoy making them. I quite like. I'm happy with the humor value with it. It's a bit strange, but I'm quite happy with how it goes. Some of them do better than others. For example, the Wings of Glory one. I think because I had the exclusive code in that video, did better. Some of them are breakout successes, like my aircraft carrier video. I guess I was funny enough, and that game is popular enough. That one did really well. That's sitting at almost 80,000 views now. But for
Wow.
example, last week I uploaded Cabin Crew Simulator, and that's my worst performing video in a good while. I'll be honest. So it's hit and miss. But I enjoy making them, so I'm going to keep doing that. I have no plans at all on ending Roviation Recap. However, I do need more news revolving the airline world. I'm neglecting it. I don't follow the airlines that much. I much prefer looking in on the display teams and some of the tech groups and the big games like Aeronautica and PTFS. And so the airlines are neglected. So I need to try and cover them more. Is try and work with some people. So I'm going to keep Royal Aviation Recap alive, and then every now and then I'll do one of my other random videos, like the 50 Facts About series, maybe another tier list at some point. I want to do another Royal Aviation Recap at the end of this year if I'm not in basic training by then. So anything like that.
Are you doing YouTube full time or?
I am nowhere close to doing YouTube full time. Between YouTube barely make. I think I spend more money on train fares per month than I get from YouTube. It's a good side little income, but it's nowhere close to me going full time with it.
So what else do you do?
So yeah, I'm still in education. I won't go too much into what I'm doing, but I'm still in education. But I'm getting ready to go into basic training for the British Army.
The British Army.
Yep.
Nice.
So I'm looking forward to that.
And
yeah,
you become a chopper pilot?
Well, you don't really get to choose what you do, but I've applied to the RAF regiment as an officer, so I'm going for some of my tests. I've been doing that over the last couple of months, test after test after test, and I've got my final selection coming up fairly soon. And then if I get selected, I'll be off to Sandhurst, which is the British Army officer training. And then because I've selected the Army Air Corps as my primary choice, there's no guarantee I'll get it. You don't find out until like second term of training. But yeah, if I get Army Air Corps as an officer, there's a high chance I'll get to go as a pilot. And then from there, it'll be either flying the Apache helicopter or the Wildcat.
Wow, because I'm in Australia. So obviously I'm not really familiar with the RAF.
Yeah.
Australia.
Well, it's not the RAF, it's the Army Air Corps. It's different.
Oh, the Army Air Corps. With
Yeah.
Australia, the RAAF, which is the Royal Australian Air Force.
Yeah.
And then we have the Oz Army, which they fly the CH Chinook, the Black Hawk, and
Yeah.
the MH-90 Taipan.
Those are cool helicopters.
Except one of them got grounded the other month.
That's a shame.
They,
I'm sure they'll be back up. That's always the way. Safety first and all that.
because they crashed it into a dam.
That's not the preferred method of landing.
But yeah,
Um,
and it just floats along the river,
Fair enough.
which is
Oh, I haven't been to Oz. I need to get down as soon as I can.
it's very hot.
What's the name of the festival with the C-17 and the goes down the river? Really famous. Is it Fire Festival
Ah,
or the Brisbane something festival?
it's called. If you watch my screen,
There's
I'll show you. It's called
Okay.
River Fire.
River Fire. I know it was something fire. I'm desperate to go to that. That looks so bloody cool.
Right. See, there's 17.
For those of you listening, and we're looking up Brisbane C-17 videos, and they do fly pretty bloody low, don't they? But they're always going on about how is this even legal, but it's some of the most highly trained people on the planet doing something that is well within the aircraft's operational limits.
Pushing
From the from the angles they film it, it looks closer to buildings than it actually is, and they've got lots of space to navigate that thing.
Yeah, and the rat's got the best of the best.
Yeah, that C-17 is quite a bloody cool aircraft, isn't it?
That's 100 years anniversary of them.
That's cool. Fair enough. Yeah, I love my air shows. I need to go see more aircraft. I think I've seen a good amount of military jets in my time.
And
If you name any fighter jet in the world, there's a good chance I've probably seen one of them. I haven't seen. Oh, I need to see more of. I haven't seen any of the.
And then this year they
I
had
don't
the F-18 Super Hornet.
I love the F-18. I've seen so many F-18s, whether they're Spanish or Canadian or. I haven't seen the Aussie ones. Australia's too far from the UK. They never send them over.
They always had them over at the UK.
I haven't seen the as of recent.
Oh, not recently, no.
F-
The UK comes to Australia.
18. Yeah. Do they? That's good.
With exercise pitch black.
The air show I primarily go to is React. There's a Finnish one, US Navy, Finnish again, Spanish. Yeah, there isn't many of them.
And they also go to Avalon, the big air show in Australia. It's Australia's biggest air show.
That's cool.
Well, it's Southern Hemispheres actually.
Solid. Yeah, makes sense. I'd like to go to that at some point. Sounds good.
So yeah, moving on.
Here's hoping I can. Yep.
What is any tips that you have for any YouTuber?
Oh, it's difficult. The one I used to always go for is just keep making content, because if you keep making content, you can kind of find your style. It's practice. You build up a back catalogue of videos. There's a huge plethora of bonuses like that, but I think burnout is such a big thing, or just getting bored, or you need to try and keep at it. You only need to do it if you think you're going to enjoy it. People keep coming to me like, "Patron, I'm gonna make a YouTube channel," and I'm like, "Great, that's awesome." And then they're like, "What type of content do you think I should do?" And I'm like, that's the thing. That's the one thing you should definitely have figured out before you decide to make is at least know what type of content you're going to make. Because if you don't even have that direction sorted, then if you want to ask what type of recording software to use, editing software, how to format your videos, all fair questions. But at least know what type of content you're going to make at the very bare level. Yeah, obviously, just do keep at it and try and keep it fun. If you're having fun, the audience can kind of sense that, and that's really important. So if you're not having fun, I think it definitely does decrease from the quality of your videos.
Yeah, my channel's pretty obvious. It's cool tech. Well, I like doing technology and stuff. And the gaming, well, PTFS and Roblox and stuff like that. And reviewing products. That's how I sort of decided what I was going to do with my channel.
Yeah, that sounds awesome. Well, as long as you're having fun with it.
Yeah, I'm having fun with it. We're slowly growing, got 167 subscribers.
AEW.
And
Yeah, how many channels do you've got a few channels, haven't you?
I've got 5, and then
You've got 5.
I work on the PTF. I work on a RAF one, and then I work on a instrumental music one. Then I work on the Red Arrows one.
So is your Cool Tech one your primary channel then?
Yeah, it's my personal primary channel. Yeah.
Yeah, good stuff. Sweet.
What editing software do you use?
I use Filmora 9 to be specific, because it's not the most you can't do the most with it compared to things like Premiere or what's the other one that Sam uses? Final Cut, yeah. There's a couple of others as well. It's a lot simpler, but I'm a simple person, so it works just fine for me. You do have to pay for it, like all editing softwares.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll be honest. I used to have Filmora 7, and I didn't pay for that one. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. I pirated that one for a while, but it was time for an upgrade, and I was like, I've been using this for long enough, so I do pay for it now.
Wink, wink.
So I wouldn't say if you're if you want to get a YouTube channel started, I wouldn't say pirate the video, because that's naughty.
Yeah.
But it's possible. It's a thing you can do if you felt like being a bit naughty.
Yeah, a little bit naughty, like the TikTok trend.
Or if you want recording, people always gone about get capture cards if you want to record, or use Fraps or whatever the hell. Just use OBS. It's literally free. It's really easy to set up. There's YouTube tutorials crawling out of every place.
That's what I'm using right now. OBS to record.
OBS I use OBS. It's open source, so you can change everything about it. It looks a bit confusing for people who are just getting started, but you know what? Making videos can be confusing, so just put in the work. You can learn it, and it's comparatively really simple. So if you just spend an hour or two learning it, you'll be happy forever. You can live stream with it. You can record audio. You can record video stuff. I use it as a virtual camera as well. So if I want to say screen share on an app where I can't actually screen share, you can only turn on webcams. So imagine Skype. Imagine it didn't let you screen share, or software like that where you want to show your screen but you've only got a webcam button, something like that. Or you want to change. Sorry, without this going, I could say it in a more complex way, but without fear of losing half the audience.
Yeah, true.
Or just you can do a lot with OBS. Let's just keep it like that.
Have you ever done a face reveal?
I have not. Oh, I have to people I know really well. So a lot of people in the Red Arrows know what I look like, but not just outwardly to everyone.
Yeah.
So yes, Sam. I've met Sam countless occasions in person. I've met Orange in person. I've met, I'd say, about 6, 7, 8 of the members of the Red Arrows people in person. I've met a lot of the people I've met. People I've met online on Roblox through Aviation. I've met them in real life and hung out with them. Wes, for example, I've met Wes in real life.
Nice.
He's brilliant. I've met some of his other friends.
So isn't Orange's real name like James or something?
Yeah, I don't want to step on his toes, and I don't know how much he's revealed. I think it is. I know what his name is, but I don't know how much he's revealed. Oh yeah, he's got his channel, hasn't he? Yeah, his name's. I'm allowed to say that. Yeah, his name's James.
I thought so.
And he loves BMXing.
And
not BMXing, mountain biking.
That's his profile picture.
Yeah, he's good. I love Orange.
And what's the aircraft that you play both of, isn't it? Aero Vulcan or Volcano?
Well, Vulcan, the Avro Vulcan.
Yeah.
That's Sam's absolute favourite aircraft of all time. Just for the record, although Sam literally works in real life helping to restore a Vulcan, he does charity work for it.
Yeah.
He's actually never seen one fly, and I have, so I think it's really funny.
That's kind of
it's been retired. I think it last flew in 2015, and we were both quite a bit younger then. when it made its final flight, and I got the chance to see it in person. I think I saw it twice actually.
An 8 years younger, I think.
Yeah, exactly. It's a cool plane. I personally prefer more modern aircraft. I think I'd like to see the B2 more. I'd like to see the Vulcan. But it's a bloody cool plane. But it's definitely Sam's thing more than it's mine.
I'm a bit more like get out the old and bring in the new sort of person.
I mean, there's definitely a place for it, and obviously, I think the people who are more into old tech, they are certainly very vocal, and they won't let anything happen to their old. There's a really it's amazing to have these old aircraft around. Where I am in the UK, there's lots of old Spitfires and Hurricanes flying around fairly regularly.
It's good that people.
So I'll be
shaking it up.
Yeah, so I see Spitfires on a fairly regular basis, to the point where people don't tend to look up at them, which I always do because they're bloody brilliant and they've got such a distinctive noise, those Spitfires.
Do you ever record them and stuff on YouTube?
No, I don't put anything on YouTube really. I do on Instagram. I've got a public Instagram and I've got a private Instagram.
I'm definitely going to follow that.
I mean, my private one's closed to anyone I don't actually know personally in real life. I've got a private Instagram where I post just some pictures of planes and that. I haven't really posted anything in a good while though. I've got pictures I've got the Red Arrows, Finnish Hawks, I've got the Thunderbirds, B-17, A400, Apache, F-35, F-22, Harrier, lots more of the Red Arrows, gliders, sorry. A380 doing a performance takeoff. F-35, F-35, yeah. I've got some pictures.
Nice. So finally, I'd like to thank you so much for your time.
Yeah, of course. Thank you so much for having me on.
And I'll just stop recording and talk to you after that.
Thank you so much. Well, cheers everyone for watching, and I'll see you all wherever I see you. Cheers.
Don't forget to subscribe to Patreon. He's an absolute patron. He's the best. So I'll see you next time. Thanks, guys.